Welcome, everybody. I am your host, Arctic.
I'm Poppet.
I'm Panda.
And we're
Fluffit. We're
live. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Fluffit We're Live. Tonight, we're going to be talking about watching some shows. This is going to be sort of a two-part segment. First one starting with anime, and the second segment starting with or going to TV shows, which will actually be in another episode. But anyway, I digress. We do have a voicemail. Are you guys ready for it?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Don't copyright us, Nintendo.
It wasn't me.
All right, here we go.
Hi. The question is, how do you guys feel about the first person to ever drink cow's milk? Are they creepy? Is it a kink? Or does it just look tasty?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Well, here's my thing. Before formula was invented, everybody drank from a titty, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're a baby.
Right.
Everybody was a titty baby back then.
Right, I think that's why they're wondering if it was kinky and weird because we know what we drink from. So they looked at this cow and went, "Oh, look at
question
them teeters."
Is back in the day, before milk was, processed for humans to drink, like cow milk, did people drink breast milk?
Probably.
Was that a thing?
I only think babies because really you're lactating for a certain amount of time.
You don't think some dude was like, "Hey, let me get a drink of that"?
Probably. Let's be real. Here's my thing.
She would have had to be like,
"Excuse me,
but
madame."
then, you need to. If we're talking like caveman, then like she's like saving every ounce of what she's got for the baby.
Right.
Not for the man that can eat the meats. How did they ever figure that out too? Though that's pretty amazing.
I mean, instincts. You know what I mean? And I think instinctually we know that nourishment come from the booba.
Right, but that's what they're saying. Like, we know it comes from there, and someone looked at a cow that had its teats hanging out.
Like, holy shit,
and
that's got like 8 nipples on it.
Look at that boob. What if I squeeze it? And like, it is kind of weird.
Here's my thing. Here's my thought process. Some guy was drunk as shit, and that guy saw a calf get the milk from the udder. It was like, fuck it, I'll try that. And then we discovered that it's pretty good.
Pretty good. Well, and I think goats, like, typically, like, they're used a lot more, like, in the Middle East and stuff versus cows. Right?
I've heard that breast milk is sweeter. I don't know. I've never really tried it, but I'm not really a milk person per se. I do like it with cookies.
I love milk.
I do prefer it to be ice cold. And if you're drinking it straight from the source, I feel like that would not be ice cold.
No, it would not probably.
And according to
they didn't have refrigeration then either.
Right. According to Google's AI, the consumption of cow's milk is believed to have originated around 10,000 years ago, with evidence found in ancient pottery and dental remains.
Whoa.
So 10,000 years ago,
some guy got drunk and just said, "Fuck it."
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
But do you think that's all it was? Like that they were hungry? Is this a starvation thing, or do you think they were like,
Well, they would
just curious,
wait.
or do you
They would
think it was a
collect the
sexual
milk
thing?
in pottery vessels. I don't know. Like what I was reading, it says that they were able to collect milk with pottery vessels, but they watched animals in the wild nursing their young just as humans did, and that's how they discovered they had milk.
But who was like?
Who was
It's
like,
not like someone
why
comes up
wouldn't
and
they-
robs the humans' milk, so it's just kind of weird that we're stealing animals' milk, I guess. But I hadn't
Right,
thought
like
of it before.
why didn't we start collecting our own milk instead of like, oh yeah, that's weird. You know,
We don't produce that much.
I mean,
cows like produce
not
milk.
as much as a cow, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, cows like produce like forever, mostly
bucket.
because of evolution and
Well,
domestication.
and it's
But
true.
hey,
It's the same. I guess they are like us. Like if the need, like if we stopped milking them, they would eventually stop lactating, I guess.
Right. And
don't
also,
know, it's
I
weird.
do wonder if we, as humans, used to lactate more before the formula was invented.
No,
or if
because
that's,
it's a
like, an
supply and
evolutionary
demand.
thing.
No, when you lactate, it's supply and demand. If the baby's not drinking a certain amount, you don't produce a certain amount. The baby
But it's not
sucks
like
you dry.
that with cows, I feel like.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like if the baby drinks all of it, your body says, "Oh, you must need more," so it produces more. So
Right.
your body it's a supply and demand. So that's what I was saying. If we're constantly milking these cows, then yeah, they have a big supply constantly coming in. But it's,
well, evolution
still.
was probably cows at first, but because we domesticated them for how many years?
mm-hmm.
Now,
And there's certain
the
kinds
cow's
of
mine.
cows, really. It's certain kinds of cows that we use for milking versus, and what they eat.
it's kind of like sheep. The
It's
fact that
important.
we've had domesticated them for so long, they actually are like codependent on us because if they will, have too much milk stored now, it's actually very uncomfortable for them. So,
Oh yeah, mastitis. That would be the worst.
Do you think the
They get
cows,
infections.
do you think they mind when we suckle upon thine teat?
I don't think it feels good.
I actually
That's
don't think
what
they
you're saying.
care at all. Well, I guess because now we have like nice
Well,
machines and
it's
stuff.
different.
But,
Because like you like pull, like have you ever milked a cow? 'Cause
Yeah,
I've
it's
done
really
it.
tricky.
Yeah, and you gotta like pull it down and like squeeze it. It's crazy. And it like comes out in like one spray. It's like, yeah, it's pretty intense.
yeah.
Thank you, caller. I
Yeah, that is interesting
hadn't
for
thought
sure.
of it before.
I just think, when we first tried milk, we're like, you know what? We'll have that as a baby. I'm drunk. I'm gonna try it, and that's what happened. That's the story of how.
Maybe they're like, I'm dying of thirst. There is no
Right.
water out here.
That's what I'm wondering if it was
but
like
there's
a
milk in
Hunger's-
that bag there, like
Yeah.
you're in the desert,
Who
or
knows?
something.
Yes.
Who knows? Who knows?
I
was
wasn't
not-
dead 10,000 years ago.
Like, I wasn't alive 10,000 years ago. I don't think so. Or was I?
I sure do like cheese, though. I'm living on
But-
cheese for the next 2 days.
Oh, I love cheese.
I sure do like
Anyways.
cheese.
As I'll say to
kinds
the
of
end of
cheese.
that, shout out
Thank
to
you,
all you
milk.
lactators out there. Let's go.
That's a weird sentence, but you know what? Good job.
Cows, goats, humans, what have you.
Mammals. All you mammals out there,
Yeah.
you know who you are.
Do they?
It's hard to miss. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So anyways, speaking of overly sized milk jugs, anime.
Wait, before we go on, we do need to say, give us a call. You too could be
Yes.
on our show. And thank you, caller. Lactose.
What is
Caller.
our number again?
That number is 701-205-1501.
Yeah. That is it.
I memorized it by heart now.
I did too, but like I was about to say it and then I had it backwards. I don't know. I'm tired.
And I
tonight.
really interrupted. But Yeah, back to the big jugs, the
Back
unrealistic
to
jugs.
the big jugs anime. Let's go.
What a perfect voicemail for this episode.
Yeah. I like the meat. Oh, God.
I like, you know, here's the thing. I really like anime, but I feel like to a lot of people in the world, it has bad connotations because maybe of the oversized juggers, you know?
Well, it's not just that, like
so you say anime and they're like, oh, like, you know, they think you're talking about
hentai. Completely different.
I know, they don't know the difference. But then that being said, even looking at a list, I know there's a couple of on there that are a little risque. But they're not all like that, people. They're not all like that.
And the thing is like, if you're watching anime and it's completely normal or whatever, and then like somebody walks in and it's the wildest fucking shit,
or they're just jiggling everywhere.
Sounds like it's like, have you ever seen that meme? And they sound like they're moaning and stuff, but like everything, if you're watching and following along, everything's completely normal. But that's part of what I love about anime, though, is the over exaggeration.
Yeah, I mean, it's just and great stories. Honestly, they hit you in the feel sometimes. You know,
and no one tells a story as good as the Japanese, right? Like they just reel you in and string you along for a whole episode, and then just leave you hanging till the next season starts. Like they're really good at that
cliffhanger.
Picking you in.
That cliffhanger.
Yeah, they're so good at that storytelling. There's a definite style to it.
Oh wait, I think I found it here.
Always know when Yeti goes silent.
Oh no, this is the wrong one.
He's looking for something.
I think also the thing about anime that I really love compared to like other forms, I guess, of entertainment, is that anime can be so many different genres. It's not just like you have like action, like action with sci-fi in it, romance. It's just everything. Everything under
Comedy.
the sun is there.
Well, and it's storytelling. It's like storytelling, like masterfully done. And I always am like intrigued by how they're weaving it in this time. You know, like from Dr. Stone to My Hero. It's really, really cool the way they make stories and tell the stories. And
I have to say, the voice acting in anime, they hit them. They hit those feels real good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Honey. Well, here's a question: do you watch? If you how to word this? If you had no restrictions, your complete focus is on your screen, however you watch it on computer or on TV, would you watch in Japanese or, with subtitles, or would you watch dubbed?
See, for me, I watch in dub, mostly because I am honestly a slow reader. I've never been good at English, not my strong suit. So I basically watch it in dub, still with subtitles sometimes, just to make sure I don't miss things. That's more.
If my full undivided attention, I'm gonna go sub, because I started dubbed, and then my friend showed me the world of sub, and it was so much better. It's hard to find.
I love sub,
like good voice actors.
Yeah, it's different. I find that who they get is like the female sometimes. It's just
really
not
depends
the same.
on the anime, because I think Dragon Ball is definitely better in dub. All respect to Goku, because it's been the same voice actress since the beginning, but Goku's like 30 now, and it sounds like he was 12.
Right.
Well, one thing I will say, either way, whatever you do, whatever you start it on, just stick with that the worst thing is when you flip.
The whole season.
That's when it's ruined. It's like, okay, you can start it with dubbed, but don't flip halfway through. You're like either hate the sub or hate the dub. Just stick it out the whole way, whatever you choose.
Soul Eater, I completely watched the entire thing in dubbed. And then, like, I was chilling with some friends one time, and they were like, oh my God, yeah, I love Soul Eater. We all should watch it. And then they watched it in subbed, and I was like, whoa, this is weird. This is fucking weird.
Right, you
dude.
find your relation to the characters different.
Right.
Yeah,
100%.
whatever your original establishment was with them, that's what you gotta carry through.
Well, sometimes what I'll do is like the first episode I'll watch in one of them and then try to watch it in the other, so I'm not like far into it yet, and see which one I like the voice acting
See which
more.
one you prefer.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do it early on.
Because like I try to watch My Hero at first sub, but I didn't really like Deku's voice, and he's like the main character. So I went to dub, and then that's why I was like,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, I've done both because I've been watching it with you guys too, and I don't know. He cries a lot either way.
In the first seasons, he does cry a lot either way.
Screams, crying with the snot dripping down their face. So
But he
ugly
does-
crying.
Dude, Deku's story though is great if you keep watching it. It's one like
It is a great story. It's just, yeah, he cries a lot.
the first seasons is just basically him crying, and then it's like,
And when he cries, it's really loud. I guess is the thing.
and then later on, it's like, and now he's a badass. Yes.
Right.
So
What you cooking over there,
Really
Yeti?
that. Not much. I did want to ask, what was everybody's first anime? Mine was, well, I mean, I
first
guess
to watch.
Dragon Ball,
Or first
but
to,
like your first like actual Japanese anime that wasn't like ported over to America like Dragon Ball Z was and everything. Like,
I think we should
at
say first, like number 1 and then number 2.
okay, well, my first one was My Bride is a Mermaid.
My first anime, I would say, that I watched in full, not like this episode here and there, but in full was Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full
You
Metal
guys will
Alchemist.
guess mine. My first full was Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?
Oh my God, that's such a good one.
It just
My
sounds
number
so
two.
I totally
wrong.
forgot
That
that.
might
Was
go-
then Konosuba.
Oh my God, I love Konosuba.
I will say,
Those are fairly recent ones though. So like those were your first?
Yeah. I mean, I grew up
Interesting.
watching Astro Boy. I don't know if you've ever, but that's originally a Japanese anime, but that was
I've
when I
been-
was-
I've been watching anime since like 2000, I think.
I'll say like the one, like my first one I ever watched. I guess technically Pokemon, because Pokemon technically is an anime, I believe.
Also, I do apologize. Well, that's what I meant. Like the one that's like not mainstream, that's like, like Dragon Ball or Pokemon, not
Naruto.
like super famous ones that have come over, but that first unique Japanese anime that you're like, have to go to some sketchy website on the internet to find. You know what I mean? Like, because back in the day, watching anime was a lot more
Who?
difficult.
Nami. Let's go.
Right, and then you wait a whole year for the next season to come out. You have to wait and watch
Yeah.
what comes out in Japan, and then see when it's coming over here.
Yeah, I would definitely have to say Full Metal Alchemist, because like I know it was like on Toonami, but like it wasn't very popular, which sucks. That
Right.
anime, that was the first that show, not like movie show. Doesn't matter. That was the first one I ever cried to. Was that show? God, that show was very good.
There's just so many good ones out there, and there's no way that we could cover all of them, but
Well, let's start with a couple good ones based by genre, maybe like favorite comedy. Anything?
Gintama's a really good one.
I haven't watched many
as far-
comedies yet.
Konosuba is a recent one that's really funny. I would consider that a comedy.
You think that it's kind of getting old by these days?
Is it? Maybe
Yes.
I'm just old because I was. I've been,
Konosuba is one of the older ones. I feel.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Like I started Oron a high school host club. It's like a rom-com, but also comedy. So the thing-
Which one?
Well, like I said, I've been watching since the 2000s.
Oron High School Host Club.
And I do understand that most of you out there, or some of you out there, probably were born around that time. That makes me feel old. But anyways, Konosuba was released in 2024, so that is not old. Or
No,
2019
it was not.
was the manga.
I watched it way before last year. There's no
Let me
way.
see. Konosuba first release 2016. Okay.
There you go. That's more like it.
Still, that's pretty far
Like
back.
more of the
Or pretty-
recent releases are
recent.
you know, the
Jujutsu Kaisen. Just
yeah,
anime in general. But.
like even Sword Art came out after it. You know.
Yeah. Elfenlied. That one was an old one, and it is
it a comedy?
insane in the membrane. It's not.
You know, I do find that interesting. Have you noticed that in anime, and it totally befuzzled me at first, was they're very European-y and like folklorish. Like there's Thor, you know, traditions that do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's an entire anime called Vinland Saga that's all about Vikings.
Right. Exactly. Like, and even their names are very European, ain't old European lore. Oh, lore, that's the word I was looking for. The lore is not Japanese lore in anime. It's like Japanese style, but most of the lore, like even with Ragnarok, they're all, European lore. I find that really fascinating.
Ragnarok
I'm not
was
European. European.
There are some. 'Cause I feel like Demon Slayer kind of is more like the Japanese, like lore. But
I just knew I was very confused for a while. I was like, why is there Japanese words coming out of this blonde girl that looks like she's,
the thing about it is like,
the
the original Dragon Ball is basically mostly based on Journey to the West. So it was some Wukong. So that
Wukong. You're still you're still writing.
Sorry,
Stop.
I remembered one. The Bodacious Space Pirates. Keito Marika. Let's go.
I will say I haven't really watched many comedies for anime. I like the action or like adventure ones. So like I love
That's why I think you would like the list is so long now. I'm losing track. My Hero Academia is on there like twice.
Well,
it's
I
a really good anime.
alphabetized it.
It's my favorite one.
Oh, is that what you did?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'll never find it.
It's in alphabetical order.
I just knew it by that one's game. That one's action. It's kind of a thriller. It's good. It's kind of actually reminds me a little of like Squid Game-ish kind of thing. Pretty cool.
And let me just say, like, another thing about anime, their titles are very, very specific sometimes. Like, I don't know.
That time I got
an
reincarnated as a slime.
Yeah, where like my time in another life with my smartphone.
Right.
Or something like that.
I love it.
It's crazy. It's very specific, but I also wonder if that is due to the translation.
I mean,
if
that's
the translation just
still
comes
a very
through as
long
like
title,
rough
even
and
in Japanese.
yeah.
Okay, then let's say comedy. I don't know. Would you say Dr. Stone is comedy? I would say it's a lighter, but it's funny.
I mean, there is funny parts in it, but it's not as a whole a comedy. You know what I mean? Okay. Because like, and the same thing with like Konosuba, but Konosuba is like filled with jokes. Like they're constantly always cracking jokes, I feel like. But I don't know what you would necessarily consider comedy in anime because they all sort of have that. Even in the serious ones, they have those comedic moments.
Right. Well, I feel like Konosuba was actually one of the first big isekai, which is that kind of anime where it's comedy, fantasy, all together. Right. Yeah. All right, then what is your favorite action? Should we go action? Is that a good way describing it?
Black Lagoon. That's pretty good action one.
What's that one about? I don't know that one.
So you never seen Black Lagoon?
No, it sounds like Blue Lagoon, which is Brooke Shields ages ago.
My hero.
My hero, right? I knew that.
Yep.
Let's see.
Goblin Slayers.
Goblin Slayer. I did love Goblin Slayer. That was a good one.
So it's been a really long time.
With the next season, which really made me sad.
And I was going.
Fairy Tail.
I was going to tell you
that is really good.
What it was about, but the only thing I can really remember is sexy chick with guns and business dude. So let me read the synopsis. Black Lagoon is an anime series about a Japanese businessman named Rock Okajima who was taken hostage by a mercenary crew of the Lagoon Company. Rock, delusioned with his corporate life and abandoned by his company, decides to join the crew, becoming their negotiator and professional face. That's right. Because, okay, now I remember. So Black Lagoon's about like they basically prey on this businessman and they grab him as a hostage and they try to get money from the company. But the company is basically like, yeah, whatever. We don't care. So the businessman's like, well, that fucking sucks. And then he ended up joining them and they do all kinds of missions together and they become best friends. And you know how it goes. So it's really good. It's really actiony. Lots of guns and pew-pews. Oh my God, I almost forgot Chrono Crusade. Oh.
Have you seen Fairy Tail, Pandy?
I have, yeah. Not fully,
Fairy Tail.
But Fairy Tail's
intense.
Good.
That's a long one.
You'll cry. It's intense. It's good.
I will say I did watch one anime and I just remembered it, so I added to the list. It's called Dead Man Wonderland. Here's the thing about that anime.
Never seen it.
I'm now having flashbacks of remember what this thing was about. I have never been so confused and so interested in my life. Half the time I had no idea what's happening in this anime, but I watched the entire thing. Was it good? Not really. It ended awfully. But
I mean, sometimes it really do be like that though.
After you've been watching this Delicious in Dungeon, I would come home from school and then he's watching this show with the dog. And they're totally engrossed in this Delicious in Dungeon. And it's
awesome.
Different.
The whole synopsis of that is essentially they are dungeoners. So it's like got that sort of that Konosuba vibe. Or Adventurers Guild type anime, except when they go in and they're all broke and poor, so they don't have a way to eat and they can't buy rations. So they meet this guy in the dungeon who cooks the monsters. And so the whole thing's about cooking the monsters and with delicious recipes and like finding out like which recipe's better and I don't know, discovering new foods.
That sounds pretty good to me.
I've only seen one or two.
It's really
pretty funny though. Definitely different. It's a different twist.
A good action one that made me genuinely kind of depressed for like multiple days afterwards was Edge Runners or Cyberpunk Edge Runners. God, that show was so sad, but it was,
really was
so good.
Oh my God.
Just think about now is making me sad. And
You talking about sad ones makes me think of Angel Beats.
I literally can. I can spoil
Attack on
Cyberpunk Edge
Titan.
Runners without spoiling the show.
I was really into Attack on Titan until, spoiler alert, died. I was so mad.
Yeah, me
Oh, so
too.
mad.
Well, I will say.
How could you
It's not really
kill
a spoiler because you just said certain person.
Just like they make
Why?
you love them, and then they just rip them out of your heart. And it took me months to watch any other episodes after that. I was really struggled. I mean, in the whole show, people die. Constantly in that show.
But why?
But
I
very
felt
upset.
that with My Hero. I don't want to say anything of spoilers, but
Well, let me just say something to all of those out there listening that have seen Angel Beats. I don't need to tell you why it's sad. I don't need to tell you why you cried while you watched it, because I know, you know, we all know.
it has the word angel in it.
But essentially what this show is about is a group of teenagers and they get thrown into the afterlife. They're trapped in a high school and they struggle with their unfair deaths. And they form an organization to go against the battlefront, sort of like a rebel thing. So it's pretty cool, but the sad parts in it, you just have to watch it because it is a tear jerker.
This sounds very similar to a show, a IRL show. You know what I mean?
I was about to say, well, that's funny because it is a show.
No, not an anime. But like, you know, it's a school.
live action.
I kept telling you. Well, it's different, obviously, but it's the same thing. Someone dies. They're stuck in the school, reliving their moments, trying to come to terms with their death, and they explore all those, and they have a whole little group that gets together. Oh, what's it called, Arctic?
I don't know.
I kept trying to get you to watch it. Anyway,
But
here's
for
the-
some reason that reminded me of something awful that I saw in an anime where a girl tripped down the stairs while holding an umbrella.
Oh, I
and
know what you're talking
impaled
about. No.
herself.
No, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. We can stop it there.
That imagery is stuck in my head forever. What was that on?
I've never seen that anime. I don't even know
Was
what
that-
it is, but I've seen that clip, and I'm like, why?
I don't know. It wasn't Corpse Party, was it? I don't know. There's some really fucked up animes out there.
there are, yes,
I will
there
s-
are.
I will
didn't
say
put the
I
twist
recommended
in the
anime. My girl recommended me. I watched this anime, and I did, and I loved it. It's called 91 Days.
I was just about to ask you. It was on the list, and I couldn't remember. I remember initially when you said you were going to watch it, and that she had recommended it.
So what happens in 91
But what
days?
happens in it? Tell us about
Okay,
it.
so 91 Days is basically a mafia movie. If you love mafia stuff, it is so good. All I'm gonna say though is the main character is a fucking genius. He is playing 5D chess the entire show. It's insane and it's amazing. I recommend it to everybody. It's so good. It's short though, which sucks because I wish it just kept going. It was so good.
Well, that kind of
That
reminds me
sounds
of
pretty good.
what I enjoyed about Our Promised Neverland. Promised Neverland is about orphans and in an orphanage. I can't say much more without it being a spoiler. But the part I like about it, and it's back to that Japanese style storytelling, is that these characters are like 5 steps ahead sometimes. It's like playing a game of chess. You're like, oh my gosh, this is
I love-
brilliant.
I
Like,
love
it just
an anime.
blew my mind.
when they are doing that, like 5 steps ahead, they're always like, and he thinks that I'm going to be doing this, which I know that he's going to be thinking that I'm going to be doing this, so I'm going to do this instead.
But you don't know
which
until
he's going
3
to think that
episodes
I am.
later that back then in that other episode was what?
See,
Though,
Yeti,
right?
when you say that, I will say 91 Days doesn't do that a single time.
Oh shit! Really?
Doesn't
It
do
just
it-
like lets you see it.
It literally just plays out. It's
Right, and that's kind of like the Promised Neverland too. It just sort of happens, and then you're like, whoa, they knew this back then,
You
but
just
you're
Death-
not realizing.
Death Note was
now.
really big into the announcing, like chess moves sort of thing. We'll
Yeah.
call it.
So, all I can say, I was doing a little, like couple sentences from the synapse of 91 Days. During the Prohibition, the law held no power and the mafia ruled the town. The story takes place in a lawless town thriving on black market sales of illicit brewed liquor. It's great.
Is it what continent is it based in?
I think it's Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know they
That
talk
sounds
about
cool.
they have like people like in Chicago, but I'm pretty sure they're in Italy.
Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
We should watch it sometime. You said it's short. Like, what do you mean by short? Like a movie length, or
it is 12 episodes.
That's not too bad.
It is 12
We can
episodes.
always interrupt our My Hero viewing night sometime for.
Yeah.
Then we'd be done with the whole thing in one night.
Yeah, it was so good.
We should clarify for everyone listening out there is that we sometimes will watch anime all together on Sunday nights.
Mhm.
Typically, lately, it's My Hero, but there's so many episodes we're still going.
Yeah.
Where are we up to, Pandy?
We
In
are
season
on
5?
season 5, episode 89.
Nice. Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Handy's already seen ahead, but
He has, but yeah.
I haven't seen season 7 yet. I've been waiting to catch up, but because life has happened, I
Yeah.
might start
We haven't
watching
been able to
season.
watch
I
it.
might
We
finish it.
started podcasting on our anime time. But anyway, so yeah, we do like folks watching anime together. It's always fun as a group. We can laugh and cry and
Mm-hmm. Or do schoolwork or
And honestly, I do. The problem with talking about anime though is there's so much stuff you just want to keep talking about, and try to avoid spoilers is the hardest thing because there's so much stuff.
It's so hard. Well, tell me about who wrote Rosario and Vampire?
Rosario plus Vampire.
I have no
What's
idea what this
that
one
one?
is.
I like
That's-
vampire stories in general.
We should watch it.
Is it romance or is it
yeah, it's
tragedy?
kind of a romance. Yeah. We could start it tomorrow if you wanted.
Are
Actually,
you saying there's a little bow chicken wow wow?
And that's pretty
It
romantic.
is
I'm
rated
just saying.
TVMA for
Going.
sexual content.
Come on to you.
So yeah, there's a little bit of something in there. Let me see.
just
Rosario
trying to-
plus
we have a list.
Vampire.
That we've all just started typing and making of favorite animes. So I'm trying to see on the list if there's something I haven't seen so you guys can tell me about it.
So Sukune Aono, an average human boy who enrolls in Yokai Academy, a boarding school for monsters. There he befriends Mocha Akashiya. God, my pronunciations. A powerful vampire and other supernatural beings as they learn to coexist with humans. It explores the themes of friendship, identity, and the challenges of living in the world where monsters and humans are not entirely separate. It's kind of a harem, but
Kind of a harem is crazy.
they are
That's his disclaimer.
the dude and the vampire
Or
are
watch
like a thing, I think. I don't know, it's been a long time since I watched it.
Mhm.
But it's pretty good.
High School of the Dead. I have seen that one. Oh, I love it. Okay, when we wrote that and we said it, what did you say? What was the first thing out of your mouth?
The booby matrix.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's the one scene
It was
everyone
really
knows from
good.
that
There
show.
was just so much boobies.
Yeah.
Machine guns and boobies.
To be fair, everyone knows that one
Machine guns
scene
and
though,
boobies.
where somehow this chick like moves her boobs to dodge a sniper bullet.
Oh, yeah.
How the fuck did you do that?
I might have flexed thinking about it.
That's insane.
I don't know how she did that.
Like it's the funny thing is, besides the booba, because let's be real, that's one of the best parts. But like, it actually wasn't that bad of an anime.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad at all. Like the way it
Wasn't.
started, like this
intense.
is my experience with it. So it started out and I was like, "Whoa, this is gonna be a fucking intense anime. This shit's crazy." Like
It's gonna be a tense.
the way it started really drawed me in, and then it was like, "Oh,
Booba.
this is just about boobs and guns."
It really gives you the thing that like, oh, this is gonna be like a super serious like zombie survival thing, and then it goes downhill.
Yeah, immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And the first couple episodes, you have no idea it's like anything to do with Booba, and then it's just like, and now we're here.
Right.
Right. It was like zombie run for your life. I was like, whoa, this is intense like any, World War Z movie,
Yeah.
And,
I will say there really isn't a zombie anime I could think of where it stays serious the entire time. They eventually just give up and just have fun with it. Like,
Yeah, I don't think there is, honestly.
it's like, oh my god, zombies,
Yeah.
and then it all becomes like Dead Rising, where you have wacky weapons and just kill a bunch of zombies for some reason. I don't know what happens every time, but
What about sports anime?
I was about to say, there's some great sports anime. I never thought when someone said, oh, watch, this volleyball anime. I'm like,
I haven't
are
watched
you
them.
kidding me?
I've seen clips
So
of
like
them.
season
I don't really
of
like
volleyball?
sports ball, but the way that they do sports in anime, it's pretty great.
But this is where they have a lot of that, dialogue in their brain. If he does that, then I must do this. I can
Yeah.
see him sweating. His hands are shaking. I must do this move instead. I mean, and they'll talk for 5 minutes about why they're going to do a move or
Right.
not do a move, and how their childhood trauma will affect what they do next. And
No, I will say
it's pretty
there's
brilliant.
just really funny times where they go into that, and then the ending result is just I'm gonna hit it really hard.
Right.
But, I mean, let's be
Speaking
fair.
of,
Isn't
if you
My
guys-
Hero similar?
It really is. I love it so much.
Isn't it? In the end, he just punches him really hard and calls
it's
it
like-
Texas or something.
But what I find funny about it's usually like Deku being like trying to formulate this plan, and then Baku's like, I'm just gonna punch it really hard.
Yeah. So sports animes, I love Haikyuu. It's one of my favorites. I like the characters. I like I guess it's like a My Hero of volleyball. I feel you've got this underdog little guy, and I really enjoy that one a lot. And there's also what were you gonna say?
I was just no. Go ahead and continue.
There's Blue Lock. Blue Lock's a great soccer anime. Really good too. Cliffhanger, sucks you in. It has a completely different. It's not just playing soccer. It's kind of like I wouldn't say Squid Game, but they have this whole lottery system about finding the best team in the world. But it's just really well done. The story is great. And it's similar where you get attached to every character, knowing that people will be eliminated, though. At least they don't die like in Attack on Titan. They just
Right.
kind of get kicked out, and their dreams of future
Have
smashed to
been
the
ruined.
ground, and you cry. But
I haven't
you're
seen
not
that
dead.
one. It sounds pretty good though.
It is really good. It's really good. Those two are my favorite.
So for me, I don't know if you guys like boxing, but if you're looking for a Rocky kind of feel, got Hajime no Ippo. That's a really good anime. Honestly, it's got some pretty good story. It's about like a kid. He's really nice. He's got like a single mom, and they run the family business, you know. And then he gets beat up by school bullies, which kind of turns him into learning how to defend for himself. And he becomes a boxer, and then he like beats everybody's ass.
Is he in high school? Is this like a high school thing? Mm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's high school, but he like trains really hard.
And it's not martial arts. It's like
no, it's boxing.
UFC kind of.
Yeah, it's a shonen manga that was turned into an anime. It was really good. I liked it. It kind of had that Rocky feel, but it was like anime, and you know, like you said, they have a way of making it so much more intense than it is.
I was thinking like I don't think I would ever watch soccer in real life that long as what I do for like
Right.
Gulag.
Yeah.
Like I've watched Bend It Like Beckham. I love that movie. But again, like the way they can draw it out and make it each episode.
Bet you
just
like
a
that
storytelling
swimming one
segment.
free, don't you?
Hmm?
I just said I bet you like that swimming anime free, don't you?
I saw it, but I didn't. It wasn't my thing. Thank you. Just like Yuri on Ice was not my thing. Yeah, I'm on to you.
I will say it has to do with boxing, but it just thought made me remind me of myself. Jesus, I can word. Record of
Like
Ragnarok.
Words are hard.
That anime is insane, but it's actually pretty good. It's all about fighting, so that's why talking about boxing made me brought to the head.
Would you consider air gear?
I was about to say, air gear is like, I mean, it's a sport, but it's just.
I
such a good
I
anime.
do not know what air gear is.
When did it come out?
It's kind of an old school one too. Like,
yeah, it is.
When I
old school
watched
one.
it was on a DVD set.
It's about a delinquent who discovers a world of air treks, which is basically like futuristic motorized rollerblades.
They kind of like have these boots that they fly and rollerblade.
Yeah, that gives it like incredible speed.
And they race. There's these races that they do. So it is in some ways a sport. But they have like different plans and.
I think the whole premise is
Gloves.
like bad kid found something that he loved and put his efforts into that instead of continuing to be a delinquent.
I did not find it.
Well, maybe not though, because he creates a gang.
I was gonna say it's kind of gangish. They have gangs and stuff. Yeah, and they gets revenge on people that were not so great.
I could not find it on Crunchyroll. I have no idea.
What,
Air
air
gear?
Yeah.
You can Google it. Yeah, that's the thing. Air gear is not one you can. You kind of have to watch it. Specially.
Yeah, it was made back in the day when you had to go to one of those sketchy anime websites.
I might have had to watch it in a different format, you know.
Like I can't even remember
another
the ones
one like that is
used to
Initial
do.
D. I think Air Gear is
Initial
really hard to
D's
find.
nuts. Sorry, I'm so
God
sorry.
damn it. Oh
There you go,
my
Sigs.
god.
That one's for you.
Air Gear was released in 2007, by the way.
Yeah. See, just because
So,
I didn't start watching when you did doesn't mean I haven't seen some of these old classics too. I've seen Air
Right.
Gear. I've seen Initial D. You know.
I have not seen this.
I've never seen Initial D.
What? It's it's great. It's like
Is that the one about the race car like
well, yeah, but it
Tokyo?
starts off as this guy that just drives down the mountain.
Oh, he's a
And
racist?
he drifts.
Oh.
He doesn't drive. He drifts
No,
down this
no.
mountain so freaking fast, and everyone's like, "Who is this?"
he
And he has
becomes
this
like
little
a
Subaru.
Tokyo
Yeah, it's really
Race
it's
car.
cool.
drift.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's great. It's a classic. I would recommend that one. If you haven't seen
Again,
it.
another classic. is Elfenlied.
I'm like, wait, you're smiling as you say that. I'm scared.
I've never seen that one.
Elfenlied was insane.
Like, what?
Okay. So, not to like get too. I mean, it was released in 2004, bro. If you haven't seen it by now, spoilers, you know. Anyways, it's about this girl that's like a Diclonius, which is a mutant with horns and enhanced abilities.
Got it.
She began. She was in a research facility. They were really mean to her and like constantly researching her and stuff. And the trauma caused her to develop split personalities, and like she also has like tendrils.
This reminds me of Arcane or something.
She has like invisible tendrils or something.
I know it's
that,
anime.
like,
Actually, wait, hold up. I actually know it's anime. Wait a minute.
Do you know this?
Yes, I know that. Hold up.
It's it's intense, man.
I know this one actually. Never mind. All right, I know this one.
Yeah, like
Continue.
yeah. So she's like super nice, and then like her other personality is like
Murderous psychopath.
murderous. Yeah, it's really crazy. So yeah, you should watch it. It's very gory.
Bro, I never would have known from the title, but once you're like, wait, visible tendrils. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
it's intense,
Like,
bro.
right, you were pulling a funny face and everything, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute.
The light. The
I
light
know
came
this.
to me.
Fate Stay Night. What is this one?
Okay, so that used to be a well, let me just it used to be a visual novel.
Uh-huh.
Uh
You know, I will say that some of these that I started watching, I then did purchase the graphic novels and the, manga. It made me broadened my reading horizons. The thing is, they're all very small, and that frustrates me.
So let me just.
So there it was.
Barbecue sauce?
Barbecue sauce on my titties.
Oh. If
So-
any episode, this is a relevant one.
It's a visual. It was a visual. Okay, it's a visual novel. Okay,
Right. Wait, yeah?
It originated as a visual. It was kind of a porn. Okay,
There
let's
we
just say
go.
that.
Ah, so this is like kind of a hentai. Got
But
it.
then they made an anime
novel.
Well, it's a visual novel with sex scenes. Okay, and then they made an adaptation.
Every visual novel?
That was the anime Fate Stay Night, and it's really fucking cool. And they took out the sex scenes, I'm pretty sure.
Lame. I mean,
From
good
what
idea.
I remember.
Good idea.
Let's see. The story revolves around a hardworking, honest teenager unwillingly enters a to the death tournament called the Fifth Holy Grail, where combatants fight with magecraft and heroes throughout the history. So there's all kinds of different ones. There's like Lancer, there's like magician, all kinds of different ones, and basically you have your companion or whatever that's supposed to fight with you in this Holy Grail tournament. Let me see.
I feel like they've made other games with fighting games.
Let me see.
It's not anime per se, but it's Chinese animation. King's Avatar. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Originally before the live action. It's one of my
Okay.
favorites. Super good.
Hang on. I got it. So there's three night classes. There's Saber, Lancer, and Archer. And then you have Rider, Caster, Assassin. And then there's the Mad Warrior Berserker. So there is 7. There's 7 people in this Holy Grail thing, and then where you fight to the death. But you choose. I can't remember if you choose or they find you or you find them. But essentially, you associate with one of the 7: Saber, Lancer, Archer, Rider, Caster, Assassin, Berserker, and you kind of like play chess with them. You know, you tell them what to do, and they fight them with the other people and stuff, and to see who wins the Holy Grail. It's pretty good anime. I never watched the visual novel. I didn't. I don't know much about it. I just know that that's kind of what it was from. The adaptation.
But here's one that sounds, reincarnation and your soul going to another world is a big thing in anime.
Isekai!
Oh yeah, the Isekai.
Shield Hero and what's it called? Sword-Art.
Oh,
Well,
Shield Hero. That's
so
such a
I'm a
good
spider.
one.
So what? It sounds really lame. I wish I could undo the title. Actually, no, because it's so weird. It's great. Is really good if you get a chance. I actually started reading the manga and the graphic novels first, and I was so excited when they said they were coming out with the anime. And it's again a whole class kind of get reincarnated together in this other world, except they don't know it. And this one girl is reincarnated as a spider in the middle of a dungeon inside of a mountain.
What?
And everyone else is like, one's a prince and one's like a royal person.
So
and then
weird.
you got this one girl. She's a spider. And it's actually really, really cool. She fights her way out. And yeah, it's really good. I really enjoy that one a lot. Sounds weird, but it's actually good. Give it a try.
It sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's funny.
I hadn't seen the anime, but there was a manga that I enjoyed. I don't remember what it was called, but essentially, this dude and this chick, something happened to where they swapped bodies,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really funny.
Freaky
Something
Friday?
of the 7 witches, maybe. I don't know, something of the 7 witches, I think it was. But I mean, not much needs to be said about that, and you can probably imagine the hilarity that would ensue.
There's like a Zac Efron movie like that, isn't there?
A Zac Efron movie.
Or something? Yeah, sure.
Oh,
We should play a game.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Play a
We should
game?
play a game
Kind of game.
of Handy, have you finished this anime? Have you heard of this anime? And have you finished it?
Oh, great.
You ready?
Oh, great. Yeah.
We're going to do this quickly because it'll just be like anime and I'll be like, the first question is, have you seen it? And then if you're like, yes, we'll be like, have you finished it? And you'll be like, no.
Oh,
Ready?
yeah, okay, I got this.
Okay. Air Gear.
Nope.
Angel Beats.
Nope.
Attack on Titan.
Didn't finish it.
Say yes. And I'll be like, did you finish it?
Yeah.
You finished it?
No.
Yeah. Black Clover.
No.
Black Lagoon.
No.
Blue Eye Samurai.
Nope.
That's
That
good.
one's good. It's Netflix, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue Lock.
Nope.
Audacious Space Pirates.
Nope.
Cowboy Bebop.
Yes.
Ooh, have you finished it?
No.
I'm rooting for you, Pandy. Cyberpunk Edgerunners.
Yes.
Finished it?
Yes.
Yeah! We
Hey,
have a
let's
winner! Darwin's Game.
No.
Deadman Wonderland.
Yes.
Have you finished it?
Yes.
Yeah! Delicious in Dungeon.
Nope.
Yes.
Dr. Stone.
Nope.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah!
Finished it?
Yeah!
Yeah, let's go. Elfin Lead.
Yeah!
Lied. Have you finished it?
I don't remember. It's been a long time since I watched that one.
I bet you have.
I probably have,
Yeah.
but you know.
Well, he didn't
Fairy
even
tale.
know that he watched it. So.
Okay, I didn't. I forgot the title. All right, but the light bulb came on. Fairy tale. Yeah.
Have you finished it?
No.
That
Is
is
it even finished?
in your defense. That is a very long. That's a commitment.
Well, okay, so
It's
to
a
be
very
fair,
big commitment.
I started on Netflix, and I watched everything that was on Netflix at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Is
why.
the anime itself even finished?
Who knows? I don't know. But the next one, I
Fate
can
Stay
already
Night?
say no.
Fire Force.
No.
Good one. You guys should give it a try. It's really good. Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes.
Finished it?
I finished Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Okay, Goblin Slayer. Goblin Slayer.
Yes.
Finished it?
Yes.
It's really easy because they haven't brought out the next season yet.
Yeah.
Hajime no Ippo.
Nope.
High School of the Dead.
Yes.
Finished it?
Well, actually, is that Hunt?
Is it?
I did finish High School of the Dead, but if that's High School
That's High
DxD,
School
that's something
DxD.
different. I haven't
Oh, I
watched
thought
that.
he was just doing a DxD. Yeah, Hunter X Hunter.
Yeah.
Finished
Yeah.
No.
Right.
That shit's fucking
Initial D.
intense, bro.
No.
No. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
No.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Oh, have you finished it?
No.
Konosuba.
No.
My Bride is a Mermaid.
No.
My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
And you would be finished it if it wasn't for us. So I say you're nearly finished.
Okay,
I
so
don't-
I have watched. So when season 5 was the latest season, I watched the whole thing from there. When season 6
Right.
came out, I rewatched it again. So I
Yeah.
watched a lot of My
I
Hero.
think that one's a fair one. It's not that you're not trying to keep up to date. You're waiting for us to catch up.
Yep.
No Game, No Life.
No.
One Piece.
Yeah.
Finished?
Hell no.
Again,
Yeah, I don't even think
that's a
it's finished.
commitment. One Punch.
Yes.
Finished?
I finished
Overlord.
because I watched it when only season 1 was out and never got to 2. So, yeah.
Did you say Overlord?
No, I did not watch that one.
Okay. ReZero.
No.
Record of Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Finished?
No, that came out in season 2.
Rosario plus Vampire.
No.
I'm guessing no. Me either. Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
Finished?
Yeah.
Let's go. So I'm a spider,
No.
so what? Solo leveling?
I started it. Yes.
But not finished.
No.
Finish.
No finish.
Soul Eater.
Yeah.
Finished?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
Finished?
No.
No, and I was going to say, I should clarify, this is none of the spin-offs. 'Cause there are a lot of spin-offs of Sword Art Online.
Well, there's like
It was like
4
Bungales.
seasons.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
The original
And then
Sword Art I
there's the
finished, and then there's
Eden-
the
There's all
I don't
kinds
know.
of-
I don't know.
That
Maybe?
time I got reincarnated as a slime.
No.
It's a good one. Give it a try. The Promised Neverland.
No.
The Rising of the Shield Hero.
No.
That's a good one too. Vinland
Bro,
Saga.
what?
Yeah.
Finished?
No, that came out season 2.
Brother, you have not seen The Rising of the Shield Hero.
No, that
Girl.
requires
It's
being a shield
good.
and stuff.
I too have those books. I like them. Is it good? That's good. I think you'd enjoy it. It's fighting and all sorts of stuff in there. Wrongfully accused.
Have you guys watched Vinland Saga?
I have
No.
not. I need to.
You do. The first season.
I've seen it and I've heard of it.
The first season is really good. So,
which one? The first?
In Vinland Saga. Very good.
I feel like we need to keep this list.
Yeah.
And so we can just
Speaking
pick
of
off
this,
on Sunday
I just
night.
want to say that I'm very sad because I used to keep track of all the anime that I watched on my anime list.net. If anybody has a Mal account out there, shout out to you. I could not get into my account, and I was very sad because, like I said, I've been watching since the 2000s, and I had, if I remember correctly, over 42 days straight of watched anime on there. There's so many different, genres and shows and everything, and I would like to be able to see some of the ones that I may not remember, but sadly it's gone forever.
So I will say one thing about our little game. There is only one show I didn't want to finish, and that was Sword Art Online. I didn't like it.
But you had ones you'd finished. You made it sound earlier like you hadn't finished so many, but you actually had big ones that you'd finished too.
Yeah.
It was impressive.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of anime out there. We can't talk about
a lot of the more
them, nor
newer
can we
ones
watch them
I
all.
haven't finished. A lot of the older ones I have for some reason.
Yeah, I'd like to get back into watching again.
Same.
But as I said at the beginning of the episode, our this is like a 2-segment thing. Our next one is going to be TV shows.
We should explain why. It's because
there's too many.
we started writing the anime and we were like, this is one show in itself. And then we started writing TV shows and we had, this is one show. And we just had to start recording.
All right. One thing before we end this podcast. One episode from our one anime from our list that you would recommend for someone to watch. And I'm not going to go with the easy My Hero because of course I would recommend that. Let's be real.
Candy's going My Hero.
That depends.
Okay.
I'm actually not doing My Hero. I'm not.
Let me say a few things. Okay. If you want a good story, and you need to cry a little bit, you need to get it out. Just need to have a little cry. Angel Beats. If you're wanting something cool to watch while you eat some spaghetti in a treehouse, Blue Eyes Samurai.
I can vouch for that. It's good.
Yeah. If you want something, quirky and cool and sort of smart like, Dr. Stone. That's
you
pretty
took
good
my
one.
Dr. Stone.
Yeah.
I like it because it's got a bit of everything in it. It's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say I said one Eddie Yeti. You got like 4.
And then the last one that I will recommend, if you are just looking for being at the edge of your fucking seat, mate, Hunter x Hunter. Good one.
Because since Yeti gave multiple, Papa, you can now also do multiple.
Well,
Wait.
I have a question too. We didn't put things like, Totoro and what else we got?
If you're looking for a laugh, is it wrong to pick up Girls in a Dungeon or Konosuba are very good ones?
Yeti, I said 1 and then you listed like 6.
Yeah, but I gave categories and like when to watch them, like depending on your feelings,
Well, I'm gonna go with if you're a music lover. There's a movie called Belle, which I really enjoy. And you might cry and feel the feels a little bit, but it's actually really quite joyful in the end. It's not a comedy at all.
Do
But
you like
Dr.
music,
Stone,
Angel Beats as
highly
well?
recommend. Highly recommend Dr. Stone. It's got a bit of everything. You'll really get invested in the characters, and you can laugh a lot, and it makes you think a little bit.
And it's fun to see modern culture come alive in a post-apocalyptic, archaic
right,
lifestyle.
recreating technology with no technology. It's fast, just pure science, you know.
Yeah.
10 billion%. It's great. You will like it. It's one of those shows that I did not think I'm like, what the heck is up with that guy's hair? And I really love it. It's a favorite. And you can watch it with younger people, older people. It's one that kind of pleases everybody. It's a good one. You know, I actually really like also The Rise of the Shield Hero.
Yeah.
That one's a very classic Japanese anime isekai,
Yeah.
and it has it's
He's
just
cute
good.
raccoon girl.
I liked the
Sorry.
chicken queen actually.
Yeah. She's pretty cool too.
She's pretty funny. Of course, you went with the raccoon girl. Oh my god, I'm gonna
Rough
take
town,
you
man.
anywhere. But yeah, and I will say Darwin's Game, if you like Squid Game or like some of those thriller sort of more TV sort of genres, that one keeps you on the edge of your seat. I really like that one a lot too.
All right.
And if you want to see a motherfucker get his ass beat and then beat some motherfuckers' asses, Hajime no Ippo.
This is not your time, man.
If you want to see some titties, High School DxD and High School of the Dead. All right. It's your
Quickly,
turn,
Bendy.
Bendy. I'm
How
sorry.
was your
my
chance?
turn? Is it Yeti?
This is your chance,
Yeah.
Bendy.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I guess I am recommending short animes. You know, like you maybe do like in a day or two. So 91 days sounds like long. It's not. Lots of time skipping, but it makes sense. Great anime.
You'll finish it in less than 91 days.
You could definitely finish it in less than 91 days. You can finish it in literally an evening.
Damn, this is that short?
It's 12 episodes. It's very short, but it's very
Hey,
good.
so it's No Game, No Life, so that's another short one if you want to watch it. It's really
Now your
good,
turn.
Dandy. You should watch it.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, very good. Very sad, but very good. And if you want a long one, yes, I'm going to recommend My Hero. The story on that one is really good. Keeps you on your toes because you never know what's coming in the next episode. So,
Don't be the purple grape guy.
and basically
Is
everyone
there-
gets their moment to
Is
shine
an
in that
icon
anime,
of what not to
except
be.
for Mineta, who is the purple grape guy. Mineta, we do not like him. Everyone else in that show, awesome, and they all get their little moments. So,
I never knew his name was Bonetta. I've always just known him
That's
as
Mineta.
Purple Grape Guy.
well, I mean,
Pervy. We call him the perv.
I
But
sadly,
you have to have that. You have to have the guy everyone loves to hate. Like him again, you know. So.
and then when he gets beat up, you're like, yes, he's the hero, but yes.
Yeah.
So,
And any more recommendations, Pandy?
We should
I
post
think
our list at the end, maybe.
Yeah, we can put it in the
Put that at the
description.
That's true. I think what's kind of like an action but comedy is One Punch, because the one guy just defeats every enemy in one punch. So it's kind of I like that. It takes a
It's cool.
the trope of like the hero has to
Yes.
rise the occasion, but he's the most powerful character in the show.
Right.
So
That's funny.
I think that one's it's a good like comedy action one, honestly. So
And let us know if you have any recommendations for us.
Yeah.
Any good animes out there that you guys have watched that isn't on the list.
We'll give it a
Let us
try.
know. Yeah.
hey, and you know what? I just thought of this idea. If you guys in the comments let us know if you want to see us. Maybe we could record an anime thing, like us watching anime. You know,
Yeah, we can figure something out.
Reaction, anime reaction.
anime
Yeah, we
reaction.
can
You
do
know,
that.
Patreon. Maybe we'll make one of those for that. I'm just saying. Ooh. You know,
Sounds good.
I think that might be a cool thing for us to do. So let us know in the comments
that
below.
would be fun.
What's your favorite anime? recommendations, and if you would like to see us react to anime. So.
And again, next week is going to be TV shows, so start thinking about those.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yep.
going to be bringing that up. And I'm going to end it on, if you want to see some fucked up shit,
Stop.
watch Elf
Thanks
and
for
Live.
listening. No. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you next week. Give us a call.
You'll see our socials at the bottom and our socials at the top.
Oh my god.
And yeah.
Also, again, leave a voicemail at 701-205-1501. Eddie, what's that number again?
701 205
hesitating.
1501.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
You wasn't prepared for that. I called him off guard.
I'm a little tired.
It's been
But
fun night. Yeah,
That's been it up for all of us here at Fluffit. We're live. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.
I have stopped recording.